Hey everyone, it is Monday and I am here to do the astrological weekday weather report, followed by an in-depth tarot read. You can follow me across the board at Perspectives Edge, whether that's TikTok, YouTube, Instagram, and my website at perspectivesedge.com. With that being said, I'm just going to jump right into it, starting with Monday. Monday the 8th, we have Mars trine Uranus. What does that mean for us? Basically, Mars being in Scorpio and Uranus being in Taurus, these are two fixed signs, and they are coming together to help you find some more resolve with the plans that you have been making thus far. We can get an aha moment, a download, an epiphany, somebody coming to give you some more information about something to help you revise or be a little bit more mutable when it comes to the plans that you're making for yourself. We have Venus in Capricorn, so she's serious about going about receiving and giving love and or money. You know, we're wondering, what can we invest in? And when you have Mars in Scorpio, we're going to be more determined than ever to try to get whatever it is that we're trying to do as far as our plans moving forward done. But in cahoots with Uranus on Monday, don't be shocked if something out of the ordinary comes your way to help you get a aha moment. You know, a more improved, streamlined way of doing something. Save you a little time. If it's not necessarily that, it can be even bad. I mean, everybody says trines are good things, but depending on what your situation may be, this might be an inconvenience as well that you didn't see coming your way, or you should have seen coming your way to some degree. It's like the red flags were there, but you didn't quite do anything about it yet. So today would be a real primed day to be like, aha, you need to pay attention to me. I'm not sick. This is my grounding tool. I got it on my wrist. Nevertheless, yeah, that's Monday. Tuesday, we have Moon in Capricorn conjunct Pluto in Capricorn. And then eventually, towards the end of the day, we're going to have Moon going into Aquarius. This is facing our fears and how are we living life? Like, are we really addressing the things that we need to? Moon being in Capricorn, it really doesn't want to deal with feelings like that, but Capricorn is going to bring up some things from our past. It might be a trauma, or a situation that we are trying not to confront, but it confronts us. It's a fear that we don't necessarily want to look at, but it might just do us some good in doing so. It might get intense, whatever this situation is for you. But it's going to help push you into the right direction. So don't necessarily lose all hope. It's making me think that on Monday, whatever this unexpected happens on Monday, it's going to be something for you to really look at on Tuesday. You might not necessarily harbor on it all day, but when it does show up, it's going to be really intense. But by the end of the night, you should be able to separate yourself from it a bit. So keep that in mind. Wednesday, Mercury conjunct Mars square Saturn. I literally put that this aspect is going to happen first thing in the morning, and it's going to be a rough day. Moon conjunct Saturn square Mercury and Mars eventually at the end of the day. This is us being frustrated and stuck and exiled. Mercury conjunct Mars. The way that we think and the way that we're going about our actions are in lockstep with each other today. And it's going to be squaring Saturn. Literally something telling us no, or we're being prevented from doing what we think is best. We've been taking the time over the weekend to actually rehash what our plans look like and getting serious about them. There's something about this that feels like somebody is not playing according to plan. Somebody is not abiding the rules or being defiant. That can be even you saying no for it not necessarily working best for you. Um, this can be opposition to that. This definitely looks like an argument. Mercury conjunct Mars, on one end, you can run into folks that are literally standing up for themselves. And then there's going to be others that's going to be difficult for the sake of being difficult with this aspect. We're going to be more inclined to face the elephant in the room. Wednesday feels real stuffy. Like, I can't breathe. And I'm going to say something about it right now. No, it cannot wait. Nope, I'm tired of this behavior, action, what have you. This is confrontation day. This is confrontation day. Some people are going to benefit greatly for standing up for themselves, addressing the elephant in the room, you name it. And then there's going to be others that's going to fight for the sake of fighting, trying to save face this day. I literally said Saturn is karma. This might be a day that people are confronted and that cosmic blessing comes full circle. Wednesday's a tough day. Thursday, Moon conjunct Jupiter. Moon is in Aquarius, conjuncting Jupiter. I literally said that we're going to have a little bit more. We're going to be able to look more on the bright side of things after Thursday. You might look back and say, you know what, that wasn't comfortable for me, but I was able to say what needed to be said. I was, to some degree, some people might feel like they're being pushed to tell the truth this day, and they have to live with the repercussions of that truth, good, bad, or indifferent. They're going to try to look at the situation from the bright side. Don't lie. You've already ran into people in your lifetime that can be dead wrong, but they will try to spin the story as if they were justified. You're going to have people like that on Thursday. They're going to look back at a situation and they're going to either sell themselves a lie, or they're truly going to take what has taken place and look at where they went wrong and try to make the best of it on Thursday. Jupiter is going to gas us up, especially the way we feel on the inside in Aquarius about the social constructs that we have to face. So, literally on Thursday, tell yourself the truth. Tell yourself the truth. Friday, Moon goes into Pisces. People soften up. That's what I put. Sun is going to be trining Neptune. Neptune is in Pisces and Sun is in Scorpio. This further nails down my point. We're going to be softened up with the Moon in Pisces. We're more sensitive, we're more intuitive, we're more inclined to forget where we put our stance on. Things start to dissolve and become one in Pisces. Sun might be in a place of depth, but it's trining Neptune. And Neptune is, yes, Neptune can be hazy. It can be disillusion. It could be a lot of things, deception, so forth and so on. But we can't forget that Neptune is retrograde still. It goes direct at the end of the month, but as it's still retrograde, we're more inclined to see things for what they are. Some people are going to see the truth for what it is and still lie to themselves. They don't want to hear the truth. Nevertheless, for those who do not lie to themselves and are more than willing to look at the situation at hand, humble themselves, course correct, fix it, You're going to come to a point where Venus being in Capricorn and also Moon in Pisces, it's going to sextile. So we're going to be more inclined to of our emotions coming in lockstep with whatever plan we have to set out and do now. Yes, we've had a monkey wrench. We've even got a better way to execute our plans, or our plans definitely showed us where we have been messing up, and we might not necessarily liked how that was shown to us over the course of the weekend, but we're going to have time to course correct and or even humble ourselves this week in order to get it right. It's one of those things. Yes, you can take one on the chin and be embarrassed, but once you see your flaw, you're going to be able to fix it. Or this week, you're going to be able to see your flaw, and or you're going to run into people that don't care to fix it and choose to be wrong because they want to look at things that way. It sucks, but there's people out there that do it. So don't be shocked. Don't be shocked. That's what I have for the astrological weather for the week, Monday through Friday. Now, that was really easy. Too easy. I'm not going to question it, though. What about the tarot read today? Tarot read for today. Grand Architect, I come to you, of the universe. I come to you and I ask that my own intellect does not skew the message but enhance the message. I pray that you make it very practical, and that my support team, my ministering, warring, guardian angels, and ancestors help me with this message, that the right people will be able to see and hear this message this week. In your name we pray. I say amen. All right. Central issue. Letting go of control. I like it. 4 of Pentacles in the reverse. 4 of Pentacles in the upright is somebody holding on to what they got because they don't know what they're going to get coming forward. Here, unwilling to loosen up. Have faith a bit. This in the reverse is letting me know that we're relaxing some of the control or the way we want to go about doing things, which is pretty good if you ask me. If you let go of control, you're more willing to receive. So let's continue. What is the block? Communication. Fast incoming communication in our travel. Why is this the block though? Maybe it's because we're not getting the information that we want. We're feeling delayed, blocked for what it is that we want to do, or letting go of control. All right. Heart of the matter. Tower in reverse. This lets me know that we already know about whatever this is that we're trying to let go of. We've had an issue or a monkey wrench thrown at us before about our plans moving forward. We're already in the know of what it is that we possibly have to fix or possibly waiting on. In the past, Knight of Coins. This is the slowest night. Whatever it was that were in the past that came through, it did come through, but it took a long time for this opportunity to show itself. Or maybe we have been told that this opportunity is coming, it just hasn't come yet. This reading is very interesting, I will say. All right. Above it all, a decision needs to be made. Or, a decision needs to be made. a head over heart decision or a heart over head decision. What are we going to do? This is a decision that needs to be made. Okay. Yeah. In the near future, 4 cups in reverse. In the upright, this person doesn't want any of the options. Look at this card. In the upright, she's knocking out all 4 cups. Not just 3 and 1 is being presented to her. Every option is the same. In the reverse, I feel like that she's reconsidering something that she thought would have been the same, or repurposing one of these cups because it might just work. Sounds like somebody is being impatient with waiting, trying to make something happen that they can't push along the way as soon as they want. Okay. And the approach, the Ace of Wands, taking action. What's stopping us? We're waiting on communication. We're waiting on something to show itself. We're waiting on an opportunity. But it just hasn't come yet. And with these cards so far, it feels like Spirit wants us to make a move opposed to waiting for security first. We have to trust that whatever it is that we feel already is going to come forward. It's like Spirit is like, yeah, bring it. I'm bringing it to you, but you just sitting there doing nothing is not bringing it any sooner. It's like Spirit is waiting for us to actually get a running head start. We might not necessarily have everything that we want. The way the plans that we have set down, down in front of us, or we have an idea of how to get there, but we don't have every single idea, so we're sitting. Spirit says you have just enough. You know exactly what it is that you need to do. Why are you waiting? You might not have everything right now, but you will if you get started. It's taking a leap of faith. What's in the unexpected? 10 of Wands. It's a burden. Sitting around not doing anything. Our plans might not be exactly what we want, but we have enough plans in order to move forward. Besides, sitting up here waiting for what we think is going to come our way is a burden because we need to make something shake. That's for sure. And maybe that's what it is this week that we're going to run into. We're going to come into a point where we can't wait anymore. We can't sit around thinking that everything around us is going to give us what we need, or we're going to wait for a particular outcome before we get started. And Spirit's saying no. Let me tell you about yourself and why you can't. You have to repurpose something in order to keep moving. Hopes and fears, catch 22 card. The Devil in the upright. This is as a fear. This would be, doing too much, spending too much, overindulgent in everything, keeping you from actually doing what you need to do as far as plans moving forward. And as a fear, this is falling into the same behaviors that are vices, whatever that vice may be for you. Staying away from temptations. How are you going to use your time? Outcome. Three of Swords. This is either us finding out something about ourselves that's been inhibiting us moving forward with the decisions we need to make according to our plans, or we might have to deliver this to another. It's going to hurt, but it's going to benefit us in some way, shape, form, or fashion. Not every decision that we make, because you made a decision, doesn't mean that everybody's going to walk away unscathed and happy-go-lucky. Some people's feelings get hurt. Eesh. Sometimes you have to tell that employee, you fucking suck. I'm tired of doing your work and mine and having to micromanage you. You cannot work here no more. I get it, you got bills to pay, so do I, but I can't come to work and you are not doing nothing right, and I'm stuck doing your job and mine. Mm-mm. Some people's feelings need to get hurt. That's just an example. It can be many things. I know we worked this long and this hard to stay in a relationship together, but the way that you're going about this, that, and the third, it doesn't work for me anymore. That can put somebody off. But it propels the next person to clear up space so they can move forward without having to do a bunch of unnecessary work. They're going to be energetically clearing space to bring in what it is that their plans is trying to get them to. This is very interesting. Bottom of the deck, what's the advice? The Page of Cups in reverse. This is literally an option, an apology. This is a text. This is small communication, emotional communication. Not nothing too drastic like, will you marry me? This is like, can we go to the movies? Or I'm sorry. Or, I really like your outfit. Or no, we can't meet up for lunch. It's a real small offer. Being rejected. It might initially hurt in the beginning, but grown-ups need to make grown-up decisions, and sometimes that's hurting somebody else's feelings for your own plans. This is either you or somebody doing this to you. Either way, it's going to play out in the astrological weather that I talked about. Something's going to bring a monkey wrench in this week, and either people are going to continue to move forward with their plan, or other people wanted to readjust what they thought that their plan was going to be, either for the better or the worse. Let me clarify. What's this tower? What is this tower? Thank you. Princess of Wands. This was small action trying to be taken before, but it was stopped. So this that's coming back around, this is something that you knew of. Or it's red flags or green flags shown themselves before. This is it coming back around even stronger. This might be someone you actually did say no to, and they're coming back thinking that they're better than ever, but it just doesn't work for you. You're denying it again, or being denied, one or the other. It's going to benefit everybody to begin with. I mean, not to begin with. It's going to benefit everyone involved. Either you're going to realize where you were going left, or how your plans is going to work out great for you because you made the hard decisions. I was thinking in my head, what was the Ten of Wands about? And we got the Ten of Pentacles in the upright. Not only is it too much of a burden to keep this thing going, but you don't even feel like that you're a part of the group. You feel exiled, you feel set apart, the black sheep, whatever the case may be. People not making you feel worthy. You feel stripped. It's like, I'm doing all this work, or I've been doing these things and making sure things are right, and I'm not benefiting much here. I might as well do this because the way that I've been doing it here doesn't garner anything. Ugh. At least you're standing up for yourself. Yeah. The bottom of the deck. Can't make this stuff up. Ten of Wands in reverse. Eventually we drop the burden. We are streamlining what we want to do in our lives in order to line that up or put it in alignment with the plans that the bigger plans that we have for ourselves moving forward. And some people, they don't realize that there's certain individuals in their lives that don't mean them any good. And sometimes things need to be blown up in a more harsher way because they refuse to look at the flags that these persons or people or places or things just don't work for you. You can't say you didn't know, because you knew. Either people are going to release you or you're going to release other people. But ultimately, whether you're on the giving or receiving end of this, everybody's going to be able to rehash their plans to align themselves with something more beneficial or optimistically good for their own plans moving forward. Wednesday is, astrologically speaking, Wednesday is going to be a really rough day that's going to set the tone for the most part towards the end of the week. But we know that time is not linear and that something is not going to happen for a lot of people on Wednesday. But this is definitely the energies that we're going to be running into over the course of this week. Probably even this weekend, it might pop off for other people. Some things are blatant. Whatever it is that shows itself to you, don't disregard it or lie to yourself for what it is. If you're in the wrong, you're in the wrong. Course correct. Figure it out. We're going to have time on Thursday to still be detached from our emotions and look at things logically. But if you want to slip into Pisces land and say you're right when you know you're wrong, good luck with that. It's going to come back and bite you in your butt. And if you think that this was a mishaps or a setback, don't lie to yourself. That's the tone for the week. Thank you for watching. And catch the astrological weekend weather report on Clubhouse at 4 Sweet Face. That's how you can follow me. But my club is Astro Tribe. Look at the dailies Monday through Friday on Instagram at Perspectives Edge. I post them in full there. Thank you. Sorry for the glare on my glasses, but y'all live. Until next week.